Hello everybody, and welcome back to this week's Stay Fishy Adventure. We're finally doing it, everybody. But old man once told me you don't get what you don't ask for, and you guys have asked for a real survival challenge. So me and Marlon have had this idea for a long time, and the idea that came to mind is surviving on what's in the bag. So I have a few contents in here. I had somebody randomly put this in here, my friend Marlon, who's also on the Addicted channel. He helped me run this channel, made this bag for me. He wanted to see if I could survive on only the things that he thought necessary. So we chose the place, we chose the time, dead of winter. Obviously not the best time to have to survive, but it'll be a true testament to skill and if I can actually survive and keep these challenges going. So you guys asked for it, we're here to do it. Let's get this challenge underway. So now it's time to figure out what's in the bag. I kind of planned this as if like I was out on a fishing trip and I had broken down. So I have my fishing outfit on, I got my waterproof pants, my waterproof boots, rain jacket, my good gloves. But what's in the bottom of the boat might only be what's in the bag. So let's see what Marlon put in here. First item, a little tarp. Thank you, Marlon. Second item, a little Bowie knife. It looks like it has a little fire starter on the side here. That's definitely gonna come in handy. Okay, item number 2, a necessity. Item number 3, space blanket. Definitely gonna come in handy for the structure, maybe staying warm at night. We're gonna need any kind of heat that we can get. Item number 4, another space blanket. That'll be nice, I'll be able to layer my bed or do whatever I need to stay out here all night long. So I got 2 of these bad boys now, thank goodness. Item number 5, fishing line and a little spinner. Luckily he put my favorite one in there. Thanks, Marlon. That's the old PM, everybody. Black and gold. So I'm gonna be excited about. This looks like pretty light line, so it's not gonna be able to help me build my structure, but I'll be able to do a little hand lining in the river and see if there's any sort of fish that I can catch and eat. Nonetheless, I know there's some items that I'll be able to find for food, but we're not there yet. And item number 6, a pot. Cool. It's nice and early in the morning, so I'm gonna be able to check all my things off of the list that I know I would need to survive out here for more than just a day. We're only doing this one for 24 hours. Maybe if you guys really like this video and it does really well, we'll do it for longer and longer and longer, especially as the spring is coming and we'll be able to have a lot more to forage on, and these kind of videos would be even more fun to make. But first order of business, food, shelter, water. If you wanna survive in the wild, it's all about getting your food, getting something in your belly to keep yourself warm and keep your energy up. Shelter, for obvious reasons, and water because, well, we're gonna get thirsty out here. Maybe not today though, because it's gonna be pouring rain. But nonetheless, let's start checking off number 1. Let's find an area to build our shelter. Let's get rid of the bag and let's go search for some food. Oh God, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, this already sucked. Could have picked a better time of year, but this is reality. What if we actually got stuck out there? We're facing the elements today. Well, this looks like as good of a shelter spot as any. I got a lot of material to build with. It's out of the tidal zone. I can see here that the tide's gonna eventually creep up over the evening, so I don't wanna be anywhere that I'm gonna get flooded out in my shelter in the middle of the night. But I wanna be close to the beach. It's pretty much the only place I'm gonna be able to find food. And I got a lot of stuff to build the shelter here, so let's get started. Little, are you helping? Are you helping? You gonna build our shelter for us? You dig it, keep digging. What are you doing up there, you crazy mutt? Well, Little's helping. He knows how to survive. Don't you, little man? You know how to survive. Pretty clean little area. I think that tarp's only about a 6x6 or 10x10 tarp, so I'm gonna make sure to have a small area. I got a nice wind block from this brush here. Now we need our materials to start building our shelter. Oh, there's a good find. The nice part about being on the river is there's a lot of man-made debris. This board will be perfect for my main structure, so let's drag it over. Look at that. Yeah, maybe we'll try something else here. Prop this thing up a little bit. Look at that. It's like it was made for a shelter. Pretty good, nice and square. Maybe bury this end a little bit. That should be a really nice little spot. Okay, that should work. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is, because I want to be able to build the fire and keep myself warm. Little, don't be digging my stuff up. What are you doing? You're not being productive. We're trying to survive, Little. He's not taking this serious. Oh my God, everybody. Look what I found. So in a survival situation, you want to find something bright and fluorescent so that you were found by the helicopters. Look what floated up on the beach. It looks like it's a reflector off of maybe one of the buoys or the channel markers out in the main river. That is sweet. That's gonna save us a ton of time building this structure. Let's add it. We found a wall. It's awfully dirty, but it's okay. Once it gets dry, we'll be good to go. I'm not gonna use this for all of the structure, but might need to add a couple other things to the other side. But it'll be a good start. I only probably need about 3 feet or so in order to lay inside here. That should be pretty good. I'm still gonna need a lot of sticks, but we're looking pretty good. That's a good start. This looks pretty good. Okay, so structure's just about done. I got a wall on this side and basically a wall on this side. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna build a fire right in the middle here. It's gonna be able to disperse that heat. Finding this little beacon was an awesome score because it pretty much made half of our structure. So thank goodness for people littering. Not. Dig this thing out a little bit. Make sure it's level. Get all these roots out of here. I'm finding the root of the problem. Okay, there we go. Looking pretty good. That looks pretty nice. I'm actually gonna push some of this back. Kind of make this part of the shelter here. There we go. No airflow at all. Looking good. See how our handy dandy tarp is gonna come in handy here. Probably worry about securing this. A little's making his own home. You don't like our home, huh? $5 says he has a hole dug in this thing in 10 minutes. Okay. Heck, at least it's a new tarp. I was expecting him to leave me with nothing. I'm gonna put one in over here. Probably want more coverage down by my feet. And I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of a doorway here because, like I said, I really want the cover. I want to be able to cover myself up, but I want to be able to have that fire pushing heat into here. So I'll either put a fire at the end here, or I'm thinking right in the middle so that I can warm up that core body heat. But how in the world am I going to tie it in there, you say? Well, watch this. The beauty of willow, deadwood, or any kind of like cottonwood, as it's small and these little saplings like this, they're actually really flexible and they can become rope in a certain way, especially if you weave them together. But I'm not going to do as crazy on the weaving thing today. Just like this here, I'm actually going to be able to tie a knot with this stuff, just like that. I'm gonna do a couple of them though, because this stuff probably isn't gonna hold on the best, but the other, very end of it is the strongest piece. So got a little half hitch here. There you go. It's on there, secured. Ooh, and look at what I found here. This is all just coming in handy. I got a little piece of twine, basically, that looks like it came with the tarp. Well, the twine sucks. Stick to Mother Nature. Okay, I want this to stay a little dry up here, so probably hang something in this little piece to kind of give myself, that should work just fine. Give myself just a little bit of weight in this eyelet here. It'll keep this down. Should do just fine unless the wind really kicks up, but I don't think it will. It's looking pretty good. I want this end to probably be my door. And for my doorknob, same, just stick with the sapling, put that thing right into the sand, wherever I want it, probably over here a little more. I chose one with a little bit of a fork in it. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. Haha, Chateau de Beach. Okay, so we got our structure done, everybody. That was pretty quick and easy. I'm pretty satisfied with our efforts here. In my mind, that's the best thing to do in a situation like this, is make sure you got a dry place to sleep. Because no matter what, whether you find food, whether anything, you want to be able to have spots to go back and get warm and regain your energy in case you're stuck out there for more than a couple days. So let's go find us some Munchables. So the tools for Munchables that I have are my fishing line, my one lure. Let's go make a fishing pole. So what I need next is not your conventional fishing pole, everybody. Unfortunately, the fortunate reality of it is there's a lot of rubbish, if you will, out here on this beach. Water bottle, a pop can that's not smashed. To make my fishing rod, I'm actually gonna try hand lining here because it's all I got available. I don't know if you guys saw in the Stay Fishy episode where we were in Chile and I was in this big lake, beautiful brook trout lake in the top of the Patagonian mountains, and I was hand lining trout. So I learned something there, and I know I can use this hand line and I can whip this thing out there quite a ways. Wow, look at that sea lion, dude. Anyways, squirrel moment. Giant sea lions in the river right now, so there must be some kind of food out there. I'm looking forward to this. So I'm gonna go find something that can make a fishing pole out of, a pop bottle. Well, there we have it right there. Almost like it was put there for us. This is actually the perfect option. This will allow me to cast pretty far. Ew. Whatever, we'll let it drain, but this will work just fine. This is actually the perfect thing because this has this handle on it here. I'll be able to wrap the line around this, tie it to the handle just in case I actually catch something with any size. What I'm hoping for is some sort of like pike minnow, maybe a bass. I don't know, anything that could be in close to the bank here. But no matter what, I need something to eat, so we'll take whatever we can get. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is pretty simple. I'm gonna take my line here. I'm just gonna start doing overhand knots, just like so. Probably should do a couple layers on this just in case I do hook me a monster. Hands are freezing here. It's kind of hard to work out here. And then I'm just gonna start wrapping. I'm actually gonna make a little indent here if it'll stay, so that I have a place for the line, just like that. It has a little bit of direction to it. I'm just gonna put, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 yards of line on here. Just enough to get it out there. Well, I'm just thankful most of all that we got the black and gold panther martin. At least we'll dive fishing with confidence. All right, let's go fishing. Okay, here goes nothing. Got a real heavy, stiff headwind here, which is not primo for hand lining, but we got no choice. So the way this is gonna work, you guys, is I'm gonna whip this thing, and then when I do, I'm gonna point the jug out towards the water, and that'll give it line. Nope, just kidding. Gonna take a couple practices, but that's okay. We got time. We're out here to survive. Beautiful cast. And now my jug's gonna be my reel. I'm just gonna go around that, and every time I jerk that, we got the chance of getting a bite. Nothing on the first cast. Okay, I'm gonna do my close middle far technique. If you guys have ever watched the Digger tutorial, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sticking my guns here. Got a backlash. It's okay, we're good, we're good. Best cast yet.
Well, life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk where these angels' feet are tread.
Well, spent a couple hours doing this, no luck. And unfortunately the tide's coming in so far now, I don't think we can harvest any clams, and I don't really think they're edible. It might not be safe. Don't want to get sick knowing that this is only 24 hours. If I was in a more of a survival situation, maybe we'd be eating a little more gross stuff on this episode, but it's time to find some firewood. It's getting cold, it's gonna get dark soon, so let's get in the woods, see what we can find for firewood, and maybe something else to eat. Okay, back to camp. Held up through the little windstorm we just had, the little rain squall. I'm gonna hang up my fishing rod for later. It's looking pretty good. It's gonna be a dry shelter no matter what. Now it's time to make ourselves warm. It's gonna be tough. This is not the kind of woods you'd want to be stranded in. There's not a lot of cedar trees. There's not a lot of coniferous trees that are gonna be dry year round or have dead limbs on them that are dry. It's all cottonwood and willows. So see what we can find. This might be the hardest part of the whole deal, is getting the fire going, but no time to waste. Let's get going. There we go. One thing that might make this whole endeavor a lot easier is using already burnt wood as a base. It's something, this charcoal style of wood will actually hold its dryness over time where waterlogged wood would not. So I'm gonna start my little fire base with just this little piece of already burnt wood. So we got to start, we got our base. Now it's time to find the kindling. Now that we're back in the woods here, really what we're dealing with, we got absolutely soaked ground, no dead dry leaves. We got some rotten type of stuff like this here, which might actually hold some of its dryness. You can kind of see this is a little bit dry in here. Ooh, this will work. This will work actually. This is super dry. This is going to be my duffy stuff. This is the stuff I'm actually going to use for using as my duff that I'm going to be hitting my flint into. That should start up. It should hold a little bit of a flame, a little bit of a coal, and I'll be able to blow on it and get that thing going. So good score. Looks like there's some more drier stuff right here. Not so much. It's not dead. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Nice and dead. Put that in my pocket. That should get the fire going. Okay. My next best option for firewood is going to be leaners. We don't want something that's laying down on the ground, but I'll look for some kind of dead tree like this one that's leaning into a live tree. A lot of times the leaves and all the branches in particular will cover up the rainwater from falling into the end of these and will keep them pretty dry. You can even see this one here. It's got the dry base to it, and it should break pretty easy. So let's bring this thing down. One of these, busted it, it worked. You guys see, pretty dry wood inside. It's nice and wet on top, but dry. I can keep busting this up. This will be dry wood. Well, the fort is little approved, it seems. Okay, that's one tree down. To make it through the night and stay warm, probably gonna be about 2 or 3, so let's go find ourselves another dead tree. Ooh, I see a little leaner here. We got a dead limb, all nice and dry, and pointing downwards. Stuff is super light and dead. This is perfect. It's exactly what we're looking for. Here's some already burnt wood again. Pretty good. Once again, it's like already dry because that charcoal leaves that dry surface. So I'll pack this back to camp. Another piece of firewood. And I must say, everybody, I'm not looking forward to this night. I know it's going to be cold. I'm trying to be excited and enthusiastic for this video for you guys, but I don't think any of us want to sleep outside when the conditions are like this. But I'm willing to do it for you guys because I know you want to see these videos. I want to see those comments and likes below, and I want to see your ideas and your thoughts of this video and ideas for other ones. And so we will make whatever you want to see. A lot of wetness. Thank goodness it stopped raining. I don't think it's supposed to rain much more the rest of the night, but me and Little, we're gonna be getting some snugging in on this trip. All right, darkness has fallen. The search for food was merciless and unsuccessful. But, so I waited quite a while because it's been warm. I didn't want to waste a lot of the good dry firewood I found. There's not much, but I got a pretty good pile for the evening. They like to say, when you're out surviving in an area, if you think you have enough firewood, double it. So I think I have enough to get me through the night, at least to get me warm here now that the temperature's dropping. So I got my nice big dry piece that I knocked over with you guys. And I'm gonna take my knife and get some of this dry kindling off of it. I got my Duffy stuff sitting right here, but pretty much just gonna dig in with the knife. You can see how nice and dry that stuff is. Nice and dead. There it is. Nice dry Duffy wood. It should start a fire really quick. Okay, so we got our Duffy dry wood. We got this stuff here. This is what I'm gonna render my spark into. The stuff we got off the tree. And then we're gonna add everything that we need on top of it. And I got all the other dry wood right here behind me. So let's see how this goes. Almost got some smoke there. I think we need it to be a little more duffy. Gonna break this stuff up a little bit more. That should do it. Okay, it's working. Got a good little flame going. It's working. It's working, everyone. I just have to build it up. I got just these little pieces of duffy stuff. There we go. Okay, it's burning good. Okay. Oh, the rain's coming down now. Okay, I did bring a flashlight, everybody. It's one thing in the bag that wasn't there. I had in my pocket, which normally if you're gonna be out early in the morning. It is working. We have fire. Woo, that feels good. That is a good feeling. Don't use those little match strikers all the time, so this was a really good feeling. Hopefully this wood stays going. It's not the driest, but it is pretty dry, so we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. You can see I've sliced each one of these pieces off of these. Just took and broke them, sliced it down with the knife. We should be okay. Should be okay for now. It's getting pretty warm. I want to try to get some of my other wood around here, start getting it dry. So I'm going to stack this stuff up, kind of get it ready next to the fire. And if you guys have noticed already, I haven't made my bed inside there yet. I wanted to give it time for some of that sand to dry. And also, so if that thing leaks at all, my bedding's not going to be getting wet. So probably going to try to go to bed soon here. Stay warm as long as I can. Stay up most of the night probably. And kind of wait till I'm completely tired so I can actually get a little bit of sleep. So, but nonetheless, it's time to crawl in there. Let's get our bed made. Base blanket number 1. I think I'm going to use this as my bottom layer. We'll try to utilize as much of the space in here as possible. Man, that's bright. It's like a disco party in here. Cool. So this is going to hopefully layer a little bit of my warmth. I'm going to lay this down. Okay. Looks like a party. Hardcore party. Ooh, this is not gonna be fun, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm trying to act excited, but this is gonna suck. Nonetheless, we're out of the elements and we're in front of a fire. Ooh. I can already feel the heat coming in here. This is working perfect. I got a nice little draft because this heat's rising. The wind's kind of coming from downriver right now. And it's blowing all this heat right into my tent. I got a good little kind of wind block on that side. Looking pretty good, honestly. It actually ain't bad. Maybe I should just quit bitching. At least we're alive. And here it is, the other space blanket. That's gonna be my blanket. Might make a little sand mound for my head for the pillow. Didn't really get to use the last thing in the bag, and that is the pot. Wasn't really thirsty. It's okay. You probably survived more than 24 hours without having any water. But that's the most important thing. Next, I would say, if we needed anything after not finding any food today, would be kind of upping on some water, getting some liquids in us, and at least getting hydrated so that we don't go dehydrated out here in this rainy mess. But nonetheless, it was tough finding food today. This is the time of year that I would not want to be lost in the woods. Maybe in different circumstances where we had a little more option to fish, but of course we tried our hand lines, we tried fishing. There wasn't much natural foliage. I found some nettle earlier when I was walking around, so maybe we'll make some of that for tea in the morning if we can keep our fire going. But nonetheless, right now it's time to relax, chill out, enjoy the fire for a little bit. Time for a wonderful blanket. I'm gonna try to get this thing wrapped all the way around me. These are my legs. I know my feet will be warm. Don't have to worry about those. That means, you know, like a big old burrito. Okay. Pull my hat down low. Zipper's going up. All the way up. Night, everybody. Till the morning. Yeah. This is living. Okay. Live from aluminum foil bed. Sea lions woke me up again. Fire still seems to be not burning out there. I don't know. There's a little bit of flame. But I think it's about midnight. Got a couple hours of sleep so far. Tell you what, nothing like a good aluminum foil fire. Honestly though, I'm not that uncomfortable. I'm a little bit cold now, but I've never slept with one of these space blankets before. Seems to be working pretty good anyway. I actually got quite a bit of the fire underneath. There's quite a bit of heat in the fire underneath this thing before I covered myself up, and it's kind of locked all the heat in. It's pretty nice. I think you guys can hear that. That's what woke me up. Frickin' sea lions. They're obviously eating good. I'm starting to get pretty hungry myself. It's alright. I probably could use the diet. The stranded diet, we'll call it. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep, everybody. Good night. Well, status update, ladies and gentlemen. The fire is out. And I don't know if you can see there, but that's snow. And that's snow. And that's snow on my head. Freezing. But I'm honestly pretty freaking surprised at how warm these space blankets are. I mean, I can't call them warm, but I'm not dying. I'm definitely cold. I think if I was going to be out here a whole nother day, I'd make some improvements to the tent. Got a little bit of leakage in here, I think mostly because the snow's melting from my body heat being under it, but whew, what a night. 5 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Last update, I think, was about midnight or 1 o'clock. So honestly, I had about a good 4 hours of sleep. Not bad. We got about another 2 hours till daylight. Wish me luck. And we'll get to see the beautiful snowy landscape when we wake up. Who picked this day to do this challenge? Not me. I know. It's so cold. I know. It's okay. It's almost over. It's almost over. I know. It's almost over. I know that sucks so bad. Oh. Wait for the wake-up call. Oh, I know. Let's go home. I said, let's go home. Go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh. Good morning, everybody. That absolutely sucked. I'm glad it's over though. At least I know that these things work. What, kid? Like, you coming back for more lemons? He says that was so dumb. That was the dumbest thing I've ever done. It's okay. We survived. We're survivors. We're survivors, little. I love you. Thanks for sticking it out with Papa. Okay, let's get out of this thing. Go. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, remind me to never do this again. Better clean up our mess. Oh, that thing didn't hold together too well. I've been rolling around on it all night. But I must say, if I learned anything on this endeavor,
It's that these space blankets are actually pretty neat. I didn't think just sleeping in aluminum foil would work. It's time we tear down the fort. $5 tent came through. At least we had it. That could have been really, really bad all night. So thank you, Marlon, for putting the tent in there, or the tarp rather. We're gonna be good Samaritans here. I'm gonna tear down the structure, take all our garbage with us. Stick a fork in it. That's what I call a successful challenge. I know that there was definitely some things we could have done differently if we were to be out here a lot longer. Obviously, if we're gonna do 48, 72 hours, I'd probably do a lot more improvements on the structure, especially today since we'd have more time to look for food, everything like that. But I'm not doing another one of those until you guys get this video to 10,000 likes. But once you do, if that happens, we'll do more of these, especially coming into spring and summer here. There's gonna be a lot more options. It's gonna be a lot easier to make these videos because we'll have more natural resources to go off of and things to keep us alive for a little bit longer of time. So with all that being said, I'm out of here. I need a cup of coffee and a warm place to sit. Until next time, everybody, you all stay fishy. See you out there.